Hello and welcome to the video help tutorial getting started step 3 of starting your business on Friday Island. So we just got onto step 3 here. We've just clicked the next button that appears at the bottom right hand side of the screen. I've just closed down the window where we are greeted by Orwell Dawes, our angel investor. So there is a cute little video that you can get acquainted with here and see what Orwell Dawes has to say. There's also, so make sure that you are using a computer that has speakers, or you're using a headset so that you can sort of hear what Orwell has to say, because a lot of the information is actually important. So we want to close that down, and this is where we can actually have the business makeup of our place and put in a business name. So we're going to call it Doodah Place. So this is where you're going to put your business description. Now, if you had properly in your setup downloaded the information from the simulation handout, whether it be the Entrepreneur Sim, we are doing the Entrepreneur Sim setup here. Then in that that handout in either PDF format or Microsoft Word format, you have all the steps that we're going through right now, but what you need to do on each step. So these aren't things that you should be rushing through. Like in any business, you have to have due diligence, and you have to research a proper business name, a proper business type that you want to run, and the business description and the mission statement are those sort of important things as well. So you shouldn't rush through. Now I'm just going to put information goes here, but we expect you to have good information going here. So underneath here, there's another. We'll have another tutorial on creating a business and description and mission statement, and what it is. But we're just sort of going through the steps here now. So we need to select a business type. So each of the business types are outlined in the manual, which we're going to have a look at right now, and also tell you what it is to run a theme business, or hotel, or a cafe bistro, or a medical office, or electronics retail place. But you'll notice that the ones that are grayed out here, I can't click. And that's because your instructor or your coordinator has set parameters to just be able to run those type of businesses, i.e. the ones that are in color. So if I wanted to run a nightclub, let's say, I'd select nightclub, and it tells me nightclub business has been selected. So now if I left that out, I wouldn't be able to finish and complete this page. But I can also make a change as well. So now that I've got themed, but I want to go back, and maybe it's the hotel that I've selected. So underneath here you'll see the business objectives. But before we go on and we have a look at the business objectives, let's have a look at the manual and find out more about those business types. So this is an important sort of step now. So let's go back to the main part of the website and go through the support. And we'll see that, look, we have support. And let's go under the student trainee and then go to the user manual, and that'll bring up this page. Now I'm going to give you a sort of a brief overview on how to use this. Let's click on the search button, which is at the side here at the top, and we want to click on or type in business types. Okay, and then just hit enter, and then that will bring up all the sort of hits of business types that are inside the manual. You look at the very top here, business types. There we go. So here we go. So it's going to bring up a page, and it's going to show us the information about the businesses and how we can run, and what it entails to run that type of business. So let's scroll down. We see the themed or fine dining. Well, there's our hotel. Okay, so if we're interested in running a hotel, it tells you a little bit about the hotel business itself. It's a range of hotel properties, bridge the gap between features and price, allowing the traveler to have the best of both worlds. So it gives us examples of what the type of hotel that we are allowed to run. It's going to be a standard to moderate hotel, a tavern or boutique hotel, romantic hotel, basic spa, wedding hotel, or budget hotel. Now the business components are sort of the makeup of the business itself. So we've got here 3 to 4 star. It has 200 rooms with a pub, the pub has 60 seats, 8 stools, capacity of 70, small bar, medium kitchen. And the optimal sales breakdown, where you should be sort of aiming for, is 40% food and beverage, 60% rooms. Now, this is important for a little bit later on, and it also goes over inside the handout that you should have downloaded, are the base staff positions that we need to be hiring for. Now, in a real world scenario, we'd be hiring 100 people for job positions for this hotel, but that would be a really laborsome task in the simulation. So we only ask you to hire a skeletal staff, so a front desk individual, housekeeping person, a cook, a bartender, 2 servers, a bus person, and perhaps a manager and assistant manager if you have time. Now, a little bit later on as well, we need to upload and instantiate with our business a product list, what we're going to be selling. So with the hotel business being food and beverage and lodging, we need to make sure that we have things like maybe a dessert menu, a dinner menu, a drink and beer wine menu, as well as a room service and a rack rate card. A rack rate card is your prices on your rooms and seasonal sort of prices, etc., and how they break down. There's also, once you get inside the setup, there's also links, and there's also links in the handout to really nice templates on the product list that you can create. It gives you examples of how it's done. So now that we've figured out that, and it goes right down to clothing retail as well, or professional's office, medical clinic, electronics retail, it has them all here. Let's go back to our step. We've made the decision, yep, the hotel's it. Now I can tell you right now, hotel's going to have great cash flow, but it's going to have you have a lot more sort of front-end loaded work that you're going to need to do. So let's finish off this the step by completing the last phase, which is business objectives. Now, these objectives are, they're up to you. They're how you want to run your business, and it's going to be different from person to person, of course. So, and it's always best to make sure that you select all 6 and something involved in all 6. So, the first one, I want to make sure that maybe money in the bank, I'm going to have between $200,000 and $499,000. I want to have 1-year revenues being, let's say, $750,000 to almost $1 million. Let's go back here and let's say I want a profit. It'd be nice to make a really good profit of $500,000 or more, but let's keep things realistic. I'm going to try to strike a profit of $50,000 to $100,000. Objective 4. I want to maintain a quality of a 4-star. So I'm going to really try to keep everything my maintenance and repairs up, to keep everything clean. The products that I'm purchasing inside my my lodging operations business, as well as my food and beverage, are going to be number 1. Let's go down my occupancy rate. I want at least keep around 61 to 70%. And then lastly, I think it's really important, I need to be green. So I'm going to try to run an environmentally friendly enterprise. So I've selected those, and what the program does is it assesses your business objectives and lets you know how you're doing in those sort of areas as well. Don't feel bad that you might not reach those. You can always change those once you're actually open, or once you're inside the the sandbox as well, so that you can make those changes. The only thing you can't do is, once you've started and you've finished this process, you can't change where your business is located, which is in the next couple steps, and you can't change your business type. So I couldn't, a week later, I couldn't go, well, I'm going to maybe try my hand at events planning business. You can't do that. Once you've selected hotel, or once you've selected that business type, that's yours. Okay, so clicking the next step at the bottom of the page here, that will get us involved in step 3. But that's the next video tutorial, and thanks so much for watching, and we hope to see you the next one. Take care.